Alright, we are live. So, hello everybody. Welcome back to another stream. Today, I will be doing a live stream that is different from Godzilla. Yes, I do like more things but Godzilla. Today, we'll be talking about the NFL free agency that's been active for about a week week. Would you say about a week it's been active?
Yeah, about.
Alright, about like a week. But, my guest, please introduce himself.
Hello, I'm Alex Neighbors. I run a sports page on Instagram for New Orleans Sports, NOLA.newsroom. And yeah, I've done some writing before for a few blogs. And yeah.
Alright. So let's get on to the chit chattering of sports or football.
Yeah.
So, first, I would like to ask whoever is watching. I don't know how many viewers I have right now, but how's the audio? Is it laggy? Or do we sound good? Is the quality good? Just please let me know. So, where do you want to start with the free agency?
Me?
Yeah, you're the guest, so you get to pick.
I think we should probably start with probably the biggest news in recent free agency history: Tom Brady leaving the Patriots after many years. Going to the
Yes,
Buccaneers.
20 years. Yes.
Yeah.
That is gigantic news because not even non-sports fans even know who Tom Brady is. He's like
Yeah.
there's like once in a generation talent, you could say.
Yeah, for sure. He's a true winning player.
Oh yeah.
Not the most skilled guy, not the most like physically built person, but he can win basically
hmm
with everything.
To tell you the truth, he's always been an underdog.
Yeah,
Like college, he had a fight for the starting job, and I believe he was at Michigan for 5 years, and then he was a sixth round pick, and then came into the year that he was drafted midway through the season when Bledsoe got hurt, and then the rest is history.
yeah,
So you are a Saints fan.
yeah.
So how do you think your Saints did over free agency?
I think we actually did pretty good. We resigned most of our guys. We got Andres Pete back on a huge contract. I think we probably
5 year
overpaid a
deal.
little bit. 5 year, $50 million deal.
All right.
Quite a lot for like an injury-prone guard, but
He did make the Pro
good
Bowl
if he stayed healthy.
a
Yeah,
few
he's
years
a
ago.
Pro Bowler.
Yeah, he
Pro
did
Bowler.
make the Pro Bowl a few years ago.
Yeah. Um, we got him back. We got Breeze back, obviously.
Yes, 2 year deal.
Everyone our offseason by getting Malcolm Jenkins and
Yeah.
Emmanuel Sanders.
Mhm.
Two people who can really help a deep playoff run.
Oh yeah,
Yeah.
those are two huge key signings, and Jenkins he already knows like the system and everything because he
Yeah,
was there
he's also
before.
somebody that like gives it his all to every single play.
Mhm.
Breeze compared Marcus Williams, our safety, who's made a few mistakes early in his career. But he's compared him to Ed Reed. I think
Oh wow.
that if you have Jenkins' mentality combined with Williams' skill, that could make like a Ed Reed type player.
Possibly because he still has a ton of potential. He's still young.
Yeah, he's still very young.
Just real
Of
quick.
course, the Minneapolis Miracle, the face mask against George Kittle. But other than that, he's been really good for the Saints. Really underrated. Top 10 safety in the NFL, I'd say, over the past few years.
Oh yeah, he has. Yeah, yeah.
Yeah.
If you don't know who Marcus Williams is, he's the guy who gave up the infamous play, the Minneapolis Miracle that happened a few years ago.
Yeah.
Probably makes you kind of upset.
Yeah, I'm kind of a little bit upset. He's had a few stupid plays, but other than those plays,
He's
he's really
young.
good.
He's young.
Yeah. He keeps on going, unlike a lot of people who give up, like, key big plays.
Mm-hmm.
So I always have liked him. Even after that play, like, the first thing I did, I got his jersey.
Hey. Didn't you
But,
guys also get some XFL player?
we got an XFL guy. He led the league in interceptions at XFL.
He could be a good maybe if he needs to come in, he could be a good starter.
Yeah, If
But
we've
he's
had injuries in our secondary. I mean, we got rid of Von Bell, but
mm-hmm.
other than him, we've had like a few injuries with Marshawn Lattimore's been out a few times. His hamstring's been a problem recently.
Mm-hmm.
Um, Williams he's been consistently in. I mean, obviously Malcolm Jenkins has not missed a snap over the last 2 years. That's another thing that really helps us. But this guy can go in. He can probably change the course of a game, get a few key plays.
Don't expect like superstar. Don't expect like superstar talent coming out of him. Just
Yeah,
like
piece.
if you like really do need him, like he can come in, like help your team, do whatever.
Yeah. Could also be good on special teams, maybe. I don't know.
Mm-hmm.
Got DJ Swearinger back.
Yeah.
Played one game with us last year. Did nothing there. I remember he got into like a fight with Michael Thomas during when Bree set the all-time passing record.
Oh, jeez.
I was surprised when he signed with us. Because he was good with the Redskins 2 years ago, and then his career just derailed.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. Another big NFC South thing, Panthers releasing.
Oh my God. I to tell you the truth, I have no idea what the Panthers are trying to do.
They got more for Kyle Allen than they did for Cam Newton, a league MVP.
I don't understand. Like Kyle Allen, that guy's little to no potential.
Yeah. They could have traded Newton, but now they give Newton all the. I mean, I guess he's like probably their best quarterback in their history.
Easily. He's probably you can arguably say he's the best player in franchise history.
Yeah.
But he's
him, Olsen, maybe Kuechly, and maybe Steve Smith.
Yeah, Steve Smith. Yeah, there's.
Yeah, but
they're kind of a newer franchise, so.
Yeah, only 1995.
Yeah.
Something like that.
Yeah, they're a newer team. I'm still like, yeah. It makes sense.
I thought that the thing that they said that they're gonna like release him if they can't find a trade partner, I thought that was completely false.
Yeah.
But then they actually go and release him. They could have gotten potentially like a second-round pick or a third or first, something like that.
I don't know about a first if he was not injured, because he's been injured a lot the last 2 years. I believe this season he only played 2 games.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And he like last year after like a really good beginning of the year, he fell apart. He's had injuries, foot injuries over the last few years.
Mm-hmm. I can understand teams wouldn't want to give up a lot for him, but I'm surprised like teams wouldn't even offer like a 5th round pick what Kyle Allen got.
Yeah.
And Kyle Allen, that guy's. You saw him last year. He was all right in the
beginning. He started out really good.
Then it just came out.
The freaking Panthers' future quarterback.
Yeah, there was like talk of like maybe he's like the future of the Panthers, and then like midway through the season
like
he just
5-0 for his career and like threw no interceptions. But
and then
I don't know what happened. He just
fell apart.
Play.
And then now they have Teddy Bridgewater, which is pretty interesting.
Yeah, I think that's an interesting move. He could. I think that they're going through kind of like a rebuild right now.
They are.
From the team that went 11-5 or 15-1 to a team that's probably not going to be great over the next few years. I don't know why they brought in Bridgewater, someone who can win games consistently.
As you saw last year.
Yeah.
But he also does have last year he had a lot better of a roster than he does right now.
He had a top defense that was playing at the best that they could.
Mm-hmm. Great receivers. Thomas, the best receiver last year.
Yeah.
Who else did they have?
Well, they had Kamara, but Kamara really was not playing well.
Yeah, Kamara. He has one game where he gets like 50 rushing yards and like 15 passing catching yards, and then like he'll go off like the next game.
Yeah.
He's a pretty inconsistent player, you could say. I don't know.
I think last year he was inconsistent. I think 3 years ago, he was either going to get you 100 yards in the ground and 100 yards receiving, or he was going to get you a 4-touchdown game or something. Whenever he didn't score, he was getting touchdowns.
Yeah. He won Rookie of the Year a few years ago, right?
Yeah. And he was like a top 3 running back last year.
Oh, yeah. He's a good, receiving,
he can be
back.
I think that this year people like raised the expectations too much. He got
Mm-hmm.
injured, and now people are forgetting about him, and that's the worst thing that you can do for someone like Alvin Kamara.
The Saints still are a pretty scary looking team on paper with
I think they've only
Breeze.
gotten better.
Yeah, probably even gotten better because Breeze,
God,
if
man, the
he might lose
Sanders
a little
now.
bit of pace, but I don't know how much he's gonna lose if he keeps
He's
up
still
playing
getting the
like.
ball out
No,
really quick.
he's still playing great,
Yeah,
but he has declined the last few years, but still playing great.
yeah.
If he could keeps up,
500 yards anymore,
if
but he
he can
shouldn't
keep
take
up
it
his
like anything.
play, if Breeze can keep up his play, Kamara
Yeah.
could
Sanders can do what he's been doing the last few years.
like 700, 800 yards a
Yeah,
season.
good second option.
Oh yeah, and then
He-
Thomas is Michael Thomas.
Yeah,
He's easily one of the best receivers in the league.
yeah.
Who else do you guys have? You have
Cook.
oh yeah, Cook.
Jared
Yeah.
Cook a
Jer-
touchdown machine last year.
Oh yeah. What do you have? Like 7 touchdowns?
I think 9.
9? Oh my god.
Yeah.
that. He is good. He is
Yeah,
good.
one of like the most unheard of seasons for tight end last year.
He doesn't get much talked about either, and he's a pretty good tight end.
Yeah.
Who else? You guys also have what was his name? The 3rd round pick a few years ago, the wide
Smith.
receiver, Traquan Smith.
Yeah.
He still has a good amount of potential. Maybe a guy who gets 600, 700 yards.
Yeah, in his prime, I think he will be able to do that. He's been disappointing, I'd say.
Last year, he had a.
Why we drafted him when we drafted him. Now I'm looking back at him and I'm saying, why did we like spend a 3rd round pick when we could have gotten a number 2 corner? But he could become something.
He could still possibly become something, yeah.
Yeah. He has had games where he's had like 150 yards and 3 catches.
Mm-hmm.
Like 2 touchdown games sometimes.
He's like a deep threat, you could say.
Yeah, he's a good deep threat. He can learn under Sanders.
Oh,
who's
Thomas.
older, has seen the ropes, has learned from some of the best receivers and quarterbacks in the game.
He's played with Manning.
Yeah, Manning.
Who else? I'm trying to think back. Because he's been on a good amount of teams. Garoppolo.
Garoppolo, yeah.
I don't know.
He was with Ben Roethlisberger.
Oh, yeah, he was with Big Ben.
Yeah.
He's
been a good. He's like barely missed the playoffs in his career.
He's always been reliable.
Yeah, he's always been like a winning. He brings a good mentality to a team. Broncos fans love him.
Mm-hmm.
49ers fans, I don't think they like him anymore.
I don't know.
They spend like a 3rd on him.
It's not as bad as whatchamacallit. What was that bad? I forget. I don't know. I can't remember. So, what are your predictions? This is one thing I had in mind, predicting who's going to win each division in the NFL.
Mm-hmm.
So, with the NFC South, I feel like we both agree that the Saints are possible or going to win that division.
Yeah, I think we're the contenders right now. The biggest contenders, but the Bucks can be a team on the rise. Falcons and Panthers, I don't see them making it.
The Falcons probably like 7-9, 6-10 probably.
Yeah.
I can't see Gurley helping too much, and if it's the same Gurley that we saw last year, really like.
Yeah, he's the 2nd worst year of his career.
Mm-hmm.
I mean, he's been unavailable. He's not been able to get the 100-yard games that he was able to before because of the arthritis.
Mm-hmm.
But I think definitely the Saints will win the South, and the Buccaneers could have a shot though.
They could easily get they could possibly get a wild card, but the NFC in general is just
their
a
offense
power.
can control the ball. They can definitely get.
I know their run defense was one of the top defenses, but they have no secondary.
Yeah, and they also lose Sue, so I don't know, like, if they
Yeah.
can control the ball, though, and if they can keep the offense on the field for 10 minutes a quarter, then they're set. They will be able to beat teams regularly.
Mm-hmm. And seeing if Barrett, what's his name, Barrett,
Shaquille Barrett?
Shaquille Barrett, if that was not a fluke season, because that was like a breakout season for him last year. What do you have? He had a good amount of sacks last year.
Yeah.
He had a
like
pretty
19 or something.
Yeah. That's actually a really good season. But I don't know. I don't know if that was just a fluke or if he could like.
I think he can do that consistently. It might be harder though, because now people know about him, and Dominican Sue's gone.
Yeah.
So they're not going to have as much pass rushing. But yeah, I think he'll be able to keep it up.
Mm-hmm.
Maybe 15. I don't think 19 again.
Yeah, I feel like he'll step down a little bit, but he'll still have a
They even have like
a
an
pretty
Aaron
good
Donald
season.
type of impact. Like that one guy from the Rams who signed with the Falcons.
Oh, oh,
56. I forget his
oh
name.
no! What's his name? I can't remember. I know exactly who you're talking
Yeah,
about, but I
that
can't
one
remember.
guy. I just forgot his name. His name's slipping me. He was with the Rams.
Mm-hmm.
He got a crazy amount of sacks, and most of that's because every offensive line is either double teaming or triple teaming Aaron Donald.
Mm-hmm.
And I think Barrett can have that kind of impact, and that could lead to people such as Vita Vey or Jason Pierre-Paul as well.
Oh yeah, they had Pierre Paul. They re-signed him.
But those two guys can end up getting more sacks.
Yeah, they could. Vita Vey.
He's huge.
He is a
He's really
gigantic guy, but
yeah.
his first year he kind of looked like a bust. Last year he looked a little better.
I think if he continuously improves, by the time he's like in
20.
his prime, he'll be able to be a consistent 10 sack per season guy.
I don't know about what was he like top 10 pick in his draft.
No, he's not. I don't think he was top 10.
Top 15.
Like, yeah.
Top
I know he
15.
was taken before Derwin James.
Yeah, I feel like maybe he was taken a little too high, but if he can get like 10 sacks a year, average about 10 sacks a year, I don't know if it won't be that bad of a
And
draft.
he was pretty good for the Bucks in the run defense.
Yeah, their run defense is one of the top.
Yeah.
So
Also, I mean, if they had Derwin James, for sure, that
oh
would
yeah,
improve the second.
that would help a team.
Yeah.
He's
the most,
just
like versatile safety. Well, one of them.
mm-hmm.
Even Minka Fitzpatrick, he was showing off for the Steelers this year.
Oh yeah, he had a really good season last year.
Yeah.
So who do let's go on to the next division. So we to the South NFC. What division you want to do next?
West.
West. All right. So that's
This
the
is gonna be the best division in football next year.
yeah the Rams. They're still a good team. I know they didn't make the playoffs last year, but
Yeah.
they
They
still
have like one of the best, I think I'd say like the most star-studded receiver core. I think the Bucks have the best receiving core. They have
Cooper
yeah,
Cup,
they have 3 like Pro Bowl level wide receivers.
Brandon Cooks. I've been hearing you might actually get
Yeah, I heard that too.
They're shopping him around.
Even if they do end up trading him, they still have one of the better ones in the league.
And then who else did I have? I'm trying to think who else they have.
They got Robert Woods,
Mhm.
Cooper Cup, and Brandon Cooks.
All right. And who's their tight end?
Taylor Higbee or something Higbee.
Oh, Tyler Higbee.
Yeah, Tyler Higbee. Yeah.
Overpaid.
He's a really fast guy and is really good at run blocking.
Yeah.
Crucial for Gurley.
Gurley who is gone. I don't know who is going to be the running back. They might draft somebody.
They forget his name. Brown Jr. or something.
I have no idea who was like their main running back last year.
Yeah. I know Gurley still led the team in rushing yards, but like he only had like
700 yards, yeah. He didn't have much.
Yeah. Whoever this new guy is, I'm not sure he's going to be as good as Gurley. I don't think that they're going to win. I think they might end up finishing last in the NFC West in the grand scheme of things.
That is a very tight division.
Yeah.
And if you have seen the last, I don't know, this is something kind of random and out of the blue moon. If you have seen the teams like the last few years who lost in the Super Bowl, like that, like had a good season and then like all right and then kind of declined, like the Falcons.
Yeah.
They really good season, went to the Super Bowl, lost. Panthers the same thing. Now they're declining. The Eagles possibly could.
They've been like the mediocre.
They've been mediocre, but their division is that's possibly the worst division in football. Yeah, the NFC West is going to be dangerous.
Yeah, the 49ers, I mean, we really don't need to talk about them too much.
They have...
The only thing they need to make up for is the fact that they don't really have a number one receiver. They got Deebo Samuels and...
what's his name?
Really,
the really fast guy.
Kittle.
And who's the really fast guy? Really fast wide receiver they have?
Oh,
what's his name?
Goodwin?
Yeah, Marquise Goodwin. He's alright. He's a deep threat, I guess you could say. Kittle, he's good.
Mm-hmm.
Garoppolo,
Garoppolo, he's an average quarterback, but he can win. He has the Patriots mentality.
yeah, he has that Patriot mentality. He could easily so they're a team to watch out for still.
Yeah.
Seahawks, if
Seahawks, as long as they have Russell Wilson, they're good.
they're good. Russell Wilson could carry that team to anywheres.
Yeah. I mean,
I don't know, maybe a
whenever
Super
they
Bowl.
lose, last year they were like one of the best teams to watch. They had like Tyler Lockett who got injured. They had so many people get
DK
injured.
Metcalf.
Yeah, they had DK Metcalf was consistent. He's like the perfect
What
receiver.
do you have like 900 yards last year, and he was a rookie last year, and he's gonna improve even more.
Yeah, he's already like a physical beast.
Oh yeah, he's jacked.
Yeah, he's fast and he's huge.
Yeah,
so.
he's built. Yeah, he's good. Lockett, they have. So yeah, they're still a good team.
Yeah.
To tell you the truth, that they probably will be losing. What's his name? Oh, what's his name? Jadeveon Clowney. I don't know how much that's gonna hurt them.
I think that kind of hurts their defense, who went from one of the best defenses of all time to a mediocre defense.
Yeah, I don't, because he didn't have an amazing season last year.
Yeah, I mean, he's not a guy that's going to get you 10 sacks per year, but he's going to, again, be one of those guys who's going to demand a double team. Or he's gonna
double team, yeah.
Whenever he can.
Yeah.
He's a pass rusher down, sack getter. I don't know.
I think he got a lot of QB hits last year, though.
Yeah.
So, they're still a good team. And then probably, I feel like probably they're going to be one of the most exciting teams next year is the Cardinals.
Oh, for sure.
Oh, they
already have a solid defense.
Yeah, their defense is solid. They have the guy who led the league in sacks last year. What's his name?
Yeah.
Oh, what's his name?
1 second, let me...
All right.
1 second.
All right.
I forgot I had this.
That's good.
Chandler Jones.
Chandler Jones. Yeah. He had like 20-something sacks last year, I believe.
I might have, yeah. I remember he was like a defensive player of the year finalist 2 years ago.
Mm-hmm.
I think he should have won it. No, not 2 years ago, 3 years ago.
Okay.
He was leading the league in sacks then too, even more than Aaron Donald that year and Khalil Mack. That defense is pretty solid.
It's solid.
But their offense is much better than their defense, and that's saying a lot.
They got a steal of a trade for DeAndre Hopkins.
I do not understand what the Texans were thinking. I understand trading DeAndre Hopkins. He's going to want a lot of money when his contract year comes up.
Yeah, it makes sense to me why they traded him now thinking about it, but they could have got so much of a better return.
2 first-round picks, I think.
Oh, yeah. All they got was... Who they get? What's his name? The running back. David Johnson, who was washed up.
Yeah, David Johnson. I mean, he was one of the best players, but then he became one of the biggest fantasy busts in history.
Yeah, he was good a few years ago and then got injured and hasn't really been the same since.
Yeah, that's what happens with running backs. Whenever they're on the way up, they seem to get injured.
That's why I feel like it's smart that the Titans didn't give a long-term deal to Henry.
Yeah.
Cause don't get me wrong, he's had a great season last year.
Mm-hmm.
But it makes sense. I don't feel like it was right to franchise tag him, but like I would say like maybe a 3-year deal is best for him. Because running backs get beaten.
Maybe like a front-loaded deal so that he gets paid a lot more in the first few years and then gets less.
Later on.
Yeah.
Yeah, but because running backs get beaten up like crazy.
Yeah, especially when he was leading the league in rushing attempts.
Mm-hmm. And then.
But anyway, and it's not like just going back to the Cardinals. It's not like they were bad at the running back position.
They have what's his name? They trade for him.
Kenyon Drake.
Kenyon Drake, yeah.
One of the most underrated running backs in the league.
Elusive. He's very elusive.
Yeah. Remember he was with the Dolphins a few years ago.
Mm-hmm.
The Miami Miracle, I believe that was him.
Yeah, that was him. Yeah.
Yeah, he is one of the most underrated players in the league. I think this is one of the better moves for him. I remember when Jay Ajayi got traded to the Eagles, I was really hoping they'd use him a lot more, but they didn't.
No, but didn't he like tear his ACL and like hasn't gotten a contract yet?
Ajayi?
Yeah, Jay Ajayi.
Yeah, he was supposed to sign with the Eagles. I don't know what happened then.
I feel like I believe he got injured or something, and then after that hasn't.
Yeah.
Done absolutely nothing.
Yeah.
So
But
that would be
Drake
interesting.
is gonna be good.
Mm-hmm.
People don't. People talk a lot about Fitzgerald. I don't think like Fitzgerald is gonna be great next year. I think Hopkins is definitely gonna be the best receiver on the Cardinals for the
Yeah.
first time. Larry Fitzgerald's not his. Yeah, Larry Fitzgerald's not gonna be the
But he's
best.
like old. How old is he? Like 36.
Yeah, yeah, he's very old.
He's pretty old, and he could still put up like 600, 500 yards.
Yeah, yeah.
He's still like probably a great locker room guy. I've always
Yeah,
heard.
definitely teach some of the younger receivers stuff about like running routes.
Oh yeah.
Like he was not. He did not build his game on talent. He's not the biggest.
He
guy.
wasn't the
He's
most
not-
talented receiver.
Yeah.
So they could possibly make a wild card spot.
I think they could make a wild card run, or they could end up winning the division.
Hey,
I mean, if the 49ers fall apart, they'll definitely be the first team that's going to enter their bid to take
Mhm.
it the NFC
Yeah.
West. So this is going to be like a fun division to watch.
Oh, yeah, that's
It's
gonna be-
a close playoff race, whether it's going to be the Rams, the Niners, the Seahawks, or the
Cardinals.
Cardinals.
And then they also have a top pick this year in the draft, like top
Oh,
5,
shoot, yeah, they can end up with like a top cornerback or
something. Yeah,
I don't know who their number 2 guy is.
they have
I think they might have
Peterson.
drafted someone. I forget.
So yeah, they're gonna be a good team. Next division,
Yeah.
NFC North. Let's just stay in a circle, I guess.
Yeah, yeah.
That division's weird.
It is. You got the Packers, you got the Vikings, you got the Bears, and you have the
Lions.
I think the Lions last year, I think they could have went somewhere if Matthew Stafford had not gotten injured, but he ended up getting injured, so...
Mm-hmm. I feel like the Lions could possibly go somewhere, and this is like Matt Patricia's like prove it year for him. I feel like.
Yeah, he's on the hot seat for sure.
Oh yeah.
I think he's the coach who's closest to losing his job.
If they don't have at least a wild card spot, I feel like he's getting fired.
He need a wild card. I think he needs like a 7 and 9 year where the players are not pissed at him. Like he lost Slay.
Mm-hmm. He lost a lot of guys.
Yeah, like the players are apparently upset because he's like demands too much from them in practices.
Yeah, I've heard reports like that.
Yeah.
And then you have the Packers, Rodgers.
Rodgers, of course. I think this year is the first year where we finally had like a decent defense.
Oh yeah, they finally had a good D.
But I don't think they're gonna make the playoffs.
I can't. I feel like
they're making a wild card run.
they could make a wild card run, but I'm not really sold on them.
Yeah, they faced like 3 teams that had a winning record last year.
Mm-hmm.
That's the Vikings twice,
And the
Chiefs without Patrick
Chiefs, yeah.
Mahomes. No, they won against those 3 teams. They faced a few more teams with winning records, and they lost all those games.
Mm-hmm. They could possibly make a wild card run.
Yeah.
So if Rodgers plays good, I feel like, to tell you the truth, I feel like Rodgers gets like too much hype and love for like.
I mean, most Packers fans say he's in the GOAT conversation. I think he's a maybe top 15 quarterback, maybe top 10, but definitely not one of the greatest of all time.
No.
Won 1 Super Bowl, 2 MVPs, is not top in anything.
No. We can have the GOAT conversation later.
Yeah.
But that division is interesting, and then you also have the Vikings, who they actually let go of a lot of guys on their team. Xavier Rhodes,
Linval Joseph, one of my favorite players.
Linval Joseph. He was old. He was getting up there in age.
Yeah, he was older.
He was declining,
Yeah.
but he was still not a bad player.
Yeah, they picked up a solid defensive tackle though, Michael Pierce, I believe, or
Mhm.
something like that. And and then they let go of Xavier Rhodes.
That he was
He was
a pylon last year.
fine. He's like one of those girly guys where he had 1 year where he was on top of the league. The year that the Minnesota Miracle,
Mm-hmm.
and then Thomas faced him in the playoffs. He's never been the same.
Yeah, he's had a big decline too.
Yeah.
To tell you the truth, has he even gotten signed yet or no?
No.
No?
Wait, no. Was he? I forget.
I don't know. Was Xavier Rhodes signed? Oh no.
There's been so many signings.
It's been too much to keep track of.
Yeah. He is currently a free agent.
He's still a free agent. All right.
Some team's probably gonna pick him up. Hopefully they don't overpay.
I don't know because he's been sitting in the market. If he sits in a market for a long time, I feel like he's just be desperate for like a 1 year.
Yeah, 1 year prove it deal.
Prove it deal, yeah, to show that he still has something in the tank.
Yeah, I think he does. I like him.
He's a good player.
Clean player. He was really
Clean,
good.
yeah.
But yeah. Hopefully he can get something.
Mm-hmm. And then the Bears,
The Bears. I think this is the year where Mitch Trubisky has like a flame lit under him, and he needs to get to elevate. He needs to go up in ability. Like 2 years ago, when they made the playoff run, he looked decent. He showed flashes of potential.
yeah, and then last year he had.
Last year he looked like all the potential was gone. But
Yeah.
This year, they got Nick Foles, someone who can
Can,
either be a mentor or can be a competitor.
yeah.
Depending on what Mitchell Trubisky decides to do.
Mm-hmm.
This is like Mitchell Trubisky's last year to prove it. Or he might end up
Yeah.
being a career bench guy, one of the biggest busts in NFL.
Yeah, he could possibly be a gigantic bust.
Yeah.
Second
Just
overall.
thinking of the fact that, I think 2 future MVP. Well, 1 former MVP, 1 future MVP could have been taken behind him in
Deshaun Watson and
yeah.
Patrick Mahomes.
Yeah, for sure.
That was.
I mean, they need to get more weapons around Trubisky.
Mm-hmm.
They don't really have a really good, reliable number 1 receiver.
Yeah, they really don't.
And maybe he might be one of those guys who's so inconsistent they might be good for a few years. Like Nick Foles, for example.
Yeah.
We considered him a starting quarterback last year, and
He-
now he's not.
I-
He might be. He might be.
No, I don't. I feel like it's a 50-50 chance of who's ever the quarterback for the Bears.
Yeah.
It could be Foles
But
or
if
Trubisky.
Trubisky's not the quarterback, he's done.
I feel like if you were a Bears fan, you'd rather have Trubisky be the starter. Because first of all, he was your second overall pick. You traded up a spot to get him, which made total no sense. Because that still doesn't make sense to me to this day. They had the 3rd overall pick in that draft, and the 49ers had the 2nd, and they traded up. I think they gave a 3rd in the 3rd overall pick for the 2nd.
Yeah.
Which was overpaying, which did not make any sense to me because if they knew they were going to take Trubisky, why would the 49ers take him if they just trade for Jimmy Garoppolo and went on like a 6-game winning streak that year?
Yeah.
It makes...
Doesn't make sense.
It doesn't make any sense.
But I guess they got what they wanted, and then they ended up not using him correctly.
Yeah.
He's just never been really great.
No.
Yeah, he looked good 2 years ago when they made the playoff run.
Mm-hmm.
But since then, he's not looked anywhere.
Up
even
to
then,
a...
He did not look like he should be a 2nd overall pick. He looked like
No.
maybe later 1st round guy.
Yeah, maybe.
Yeah.
No other quarterbacks went in the 1st round of that draft, I believe.
Yeah, I don't think so.
Oh no, Seth just posted something in his Instagram story.
Oh my god.
Yeah, he was the other one that was supposed to, or he could have joined us tonight, but
Yeah, that's alright
Guess the
though.
timing and stuff. I don't know. Something
Yeah,
didn't
you
work
should be
out.
jealous. But anyway, yeah, that's the NFC North.
Yeah.
The Packers are probably the
Oh,
favorite
Tyler
division.
Eifert just got signed.
Bears will.
No.
Wait, what?
I don't know. I didn't say this in the stream, but I'm a Bengals fan, and we just lost our first round tight end from a few years ago.
Oh no, really?
Mm-hmm.
Uh, Eifert?
Yeah, he's going to the Jaguars.
Oh, really?
I still like Eifert, but he was just always injury prone.
Yeah, he had a few injuries
He
in a
had
row.
flashes of like greatness, and then just like,
Dolphins game-winning touchdown. He's
mm-hmm.
never the same.
Yeah.
Well, even before that, he's been like him and Green. I think you guys like fired your head freaking trainer or something, or some kind of change in the medical staff. Really like mess you guys up.
I don't know. We're just a mess.
You're in a good place at least.
What?
You're in a good place.
Oh no, no. Yeah, I wasn't saying what to that, but on
Yeah.
this one Instagram page that's pretty good with NFL news. The Chargers released their new logo. What's
Oh yeah, that it's like a retro like neon look. I don't know. That barely changed.
what's the difference? What? No dark blue?
No logos, both LA teams, and it's really both a downgrade.
But
New logo's disgusting.
I don't know. Yeah, the Rams logo is horrid.
Yeah.
I'll show it. I'll screen share it through the
YouTube.
YouTube. Yeah, there it is via Instagram. That's one of their. I don't know if they'll show the other one.
Yeah.
No. All right.
Then you got.
The
Should we,
NFC.
move on to the NFC East.
Oh yes, the NFC East. Possibly the worst.
Is probably gonna go to the Eagles.
Yeah.
Of how bad everybody else is, and it's not like the Eagles tried to do anything other than get Slay.
The Eagles. They could be a top team in the NFL, like they were a few years ago, and when they won the Super Bowl.
Yeah.
But Wentz hasn't.
They do it every year, but somehow they don't.
Wentz hasn't looked. He's been average.
His MVP caliber year, I need to say.
Yeah.
He's not looked like a top tier quarterback in the NFL.
He's been like about average.
He's looked good. He's not second overall pick good.
Yeah. And then they have pretty much
Jeffrey, who's been alright.
pretty much nothing at wide receiver.
Yeah, they have Jeffrey, who's always injured, but he's a good red zone target, I guess.
Yeah, he is. Yeah.
And that's basically it for receivers.
Yeah, because they lost Jeffrey to the Raiders. It's not like they lost like much because Alshon Jeffrey
He didn't
is.
have much in the first place.
Yeah, he didn't have much to show for in the first place.
They have like a top 5 tight end as well.
They have two good tight ends. They have Ertz.
And,
No, what's his name? What's their backup name?
Dallas Goedert.
Dallas Goedert. Yeah, Dallas Goedert. He has a good amount of potential.
I think he still does. When they drafted him, it was clear that they're just trying to sabotage the Cowboys.
Yeah. It was, yeah.
The guy named Dallas.
Yeah.
Dallas. Named Dallas.
Yeah, it's. It's.
Yeah. Giants, I think they're going to be one of the worst teams in the NFL again next year, and they're still going to stick with Jones because that's what they do.
He had flashes of alrightness.
He had like a one game where he won, and then he went like on like an 8-game losing streak.
Yeah.
Like people said that he was good. Like after the first game, it was like, oh yeah, it makes sense. Now he's so much better than Haskins. I think Haskins. People say he's not ready. I think he is. I don't think he's ready, but I think he can be good. I don't see Jones becoming good.
No. It didn't make sense to me when they had that pick.
Yeah. I think they could have gotten him later in the draft, like at pick 17, or whatever that pick was. was when
Mhm.
they got from the Browns.
Mhm.
Even if they wanted him as their starting quarterback, I think that Haskins was a much better option at the time. I think right now Jones is better, but Haskins has a lot more potential.
Yeah.
And also, I don't think Jones is or Haskins is really great right now.
Haskins, he's
People
a.
keep saying he's terrible online, and I get that he did not have the greatest year. However, he's shown that he can do something.
I really like Haskins. I feel like he still has a ton of potential, but the
Yeah.
and I think he's a smart player, a great football player, and everything. But the Redskins just killed his potential last year.
They had no one for him as a mentor. I mean, they have Alex Smith still technically under
I don't know.
contract.
I don't know if he really does anything with the team anymore.
Yeah, I think he's probably like unofficially retired.
Yeah, pretty much. Yeah, because that was
That
a
was a
gruesome
gruesome
injury.
injury.
That was
Awful.
horrible.
Yeah. They have Colt McCoy. No, he left the team.
Yeah, Colt McCoy they had last year, and then they also had what's his name? Case Keenum.
Yes, Keenan.
That guy, one hit wonder.
I mean, he's still the all-time college passing yards leader.
Yeah, he is. Yeah, he is. Yeah, that
He
is
has
true.
been for the rest of his life.
Yeah, he does. Yeah.
And he was an NFC Championship quarterback,
Yeah.
but that was mostly because of the really good Viking system.
Uh-huh.
But yeah, I do think that the Redskins need to sign or just get anything for him. I mean, I think they got the Rivera guy, the Ron Rivera, and they have like North Turner,
Mhm.
the two guys who coached Newton into such success. I think that could be a potential landing spot for Cam Newton if he decides to go there.
It could. Yeah.
But that would probably most likely mean that they would trade Haskins.
But knowing Dan Snyder during like the contract negotiation, he'll mess it
They'll
up
give him
somehow.
$40 million.
No, he'll give him like you want 10 million for like a year.
Or he's going to give him $40 million over.
Yeah, Dan Snyder is gonna overpay the heck out of him, or give him like negotiate for like $2.
Yeah.
Because that guy, he's probably arguably one of the worst owners in sports.
Yeah.
You can also argue like Dolan.
Yeah, him and James Dolan. I mean, James Dolan's a nice guy. He has the best intentions, but he's really defensive.
Yeah.
But just looking back at some of the Redskins signings, like Albert Hainsworth, I think they signed Josh Norman, guys who are not great in the locker room. Like I remember Albert Hainsworth tried to kick someone's head off, something like that, and he's just trying to get money.
Mhm.
So he throws money at big names and expects good results. So I think that Dan Snyder could potentially try to get Cam Newton, and Ron Rivera is definitely going to be on board with that. Because, I mean, if you're a head coach, you're going to want everybody from the last head coach's time, most of the draft picks, especially the last guy that the head coach took.
Mhm.
He's going to want him gone. So it's a chance that Haskins goes and Newton comes in, but even if they do that, they're not a good team.
Yeah. I know this is totally off topic what I'm about to say right now, but the Mets star pitcher Noah Syndergaard is getting surgery. You've heard of Noah Syndergaard, right?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Long hair.
Yeah, the long hair guy. Yeah.
One of the two. DeGrom and him.
Then DeGrom. I thought DeGrom cut it.
Oh, he did? I don't know. I don't follow baseball.
Me neither. I don't follow it that much either. I just got an alert for some reason.
The Mets and spends the rest of eternity in mediocrity.
Yeah, they. Yeah. It's the Mets. There's not too much to expect from the Mets.
Yeah. So that kind of sucks for him, I
Oh,
guess.
one team we forgot to talk about in the NFC East. The Dallas Cowboys.
Oh my god.
I feel like they got worse over the summer.
Jerry Jones managed to out Jerry Jones himself.
They got even worse over the summer.
Yeah, they lose.
Gallup.
tight end who is actually doing good for them.
Jason Witten.
Yeah.
And then it's not like he retires. He goes to another freaking team.
In a very Raiders move.
Yeah. And then Travis Frederick, one of the top O linemen in the league, retired yesterday.
Yeah.
Or announced his retirement
That's
yesterday.
one of the top 3 centers, top 2 maybe.
Last few years.
And Hudson, probably all the top
Mhm.
3.
That was unexpected.
29. I mean, he always struggles with injuries.
Yeah, he always did have injury problems, but it's gonna hurt the Cowboys a ton.
Yeah, especially with their no, they actually didn't end up shelling out any money for Dak Prescott. They gave him a franchise tag.
But which is like $33 million.
Yeah,
It's an overpayment, but
it's an overpayment.
it's 1 year, so it's not the end of the world.
They somehow managed to piss him off even more. He's gonna be more unhappy.
I don't know how much of a market there is for Dak Prescott because you know my thoughts on Dak Prescott. I feel like he's one of the worst starting quarterbacks in football.
Some people I have mixed opinions on him. I know most people hate him.
His first year, he was like, don't get me wrong, he was good. That's why he won Rookie of the Year.
Yeah.
And then after that, he's been very inconsistent.
Mm-hmm.
And then they signed Mark Cooper, to a pretty big deal.
Like $20 million a year.
He's not worth being one of the top highest paid wide receivers in a year. He's a guy that'll get you maybe like
largest tight end wide receiver contract. Only Michael Thomas has gotten more, I think.
Mm-hmm.
And that's not really what the Cowboys fans should want, or what the Cowboys should want.
He's a guy. He's not worth being one of the top highest paid wide receivers in the league. Don't get me wrong. He's good. He gets you probably about like 1,000 yards a season. Nothing little, maybe a little over, but
Yeah.
he's not that good.
He's not like a top 3 wide receiver. He's
Like
probably
maybe top 15, top 10.
Yeah, probably top 10, top 15. And I bet he's younger. He's one of the younger guys in the
Yeah, he is younger. He is younger.
But I mean, still though.
Yeah, it's not. It's a way overpayment.
Yeah, and now when they do end up shelling out like $35 million a year for Dak Prescott, because it's the Cowboys, they're not gonna have any money because they spent it all on their offensive big 3. Their offensive line's gonna just fall apart. Their defense is gonna fall apart.
And this crazy thing is, they had one of the best O line.
Yeah,
but like,
don't.
people, they're probably gonna leave for free agency, retire.
Money. Tyron Smith's gonna leave soon.
Oh yeah.
The Notre Dame.
Oh, what's his name? Oh no, I can't remember what his name is.
Yeah, I keep forgetting everyone's name today. I'm sorry.
I
watching too much basketball. Let me just look it up.
O lineman, offensive lineman. It's gonna.
Zach Martin.
Zach Martin, yes,
Yeah.
yes. Zach Martin, he's pretty good too.
He's solid.
Yeah, he's good. And then
Yeah, really, definitely one of the best guards in the league.
yeah, and then they have Elliott, who's one of the top running backs in the league.
Yeah, top 5 for sure.
Yeah.
But they're gonna lose so much in the next few years. They're gonna lose so many of their players.
And then
they have Leighton Vander Esch. They have like such a good defense. It's gonna fall to shambles because of the fact that they had no money.
no.
They're gonna probably end up spending what, like
$35 million to Dak.
$5 million on the 3 offensive players. They're gonna be worse than the Rams in a few years.
Yeah, because the reason the Rams are trashing out, or not trash, but average at least, mediocre, because they're spending way too much money on too many guys.
Yeah.
So it's, and then the thing that makes the least sense to me is the hiring of Mike McCarthy.
Yeah, it's all a money move. It's a move for publicity, and
He's probably he's a big name head coach.
Yeah.
Or up there.
Players don't respect him.
No, that's like really, if you do, he got carried by Rodgers his entire career.
Yeah.
The year he got fired.
Through the year by a struggling Packers team that goes out and signs a young guy, and that guy ends up bringing them to a 13-3 season. I just
Yeah,
talked about how they're kind of overrated, but he came in 1 year and just made them a playoff team.
a very good team.
Yeah.
Fixed one thing that McCarthy could never do is fix their defense. I don't want to say fix it, but he improved it a lot.
Yeah.
So
McCarthy's not a good coach.
no, he's not
He's
a good coach.
Garrett, except somehow the players respect him less.
I don't know how that's possible, but
Yeah.
he made it possible.
Yeah. I thought they were going to go out and potentially sign someone big.
I thought they were going to sign the guy from Oklahoma, that Oklahoma head coach, but
Yeah.
nope.
They didn't because they're the Cowboys.
It's the Cowboys, and Jerry Jones does whatever old man Jerry wants and thinks is amazing. And the fans, they're not going to argue because they think everything that their god Jerry Jones does is amazing.
Yeah.
So, the Cowboys are going nowheres.
Yeah.
So, I believe we're done with the NFC.
Yeah, now into the AFC.
AFC, yeah. So, what division you want to start with?
South again.
Alright, yeah, so the AFC South, that's the Jaguars, Titans,
Texans and Colts.
Texans, and Colts, yes. What team do you want to start off with?
I think the Colts have one of the most interesting situations.
Yeah,
right?
they're a pretty interesting team. So last year they were a Super Bowl contender, and then their franchise quarterback retires out of nowhere.
Yeah. And Brissett looked good.
Brissett looked good, and then he got injured, and then after he came back from injury, he looked alright.
He was not winning, yeah. The team was on a cold streak. They let Breeze completely
A ball, yeah, in that Monday Night Football game last year.
They let, there's a few games that they just looked awful.
Yeah, that was... Mm.
And they also just released Desir,
Mm-hmm.
a really solid cornerback.
Yeah.
So they're probably going to have to look to improve the secondary, potentially in the draft. I mean, I know they have, Rock Ya-Sin.
Oh, that guy, Rock... Yeah, that guy.
Yeah.
And then, Phillip Rivers.
Yeah, they got Phillip Rivers. That's one of the weirdest things that I'm going to have to see next year, and that all of us are going to have to see.
A few years ago, I would have never expected to see Brady, Rivers... Brady and Rivers with different jerseys.
Yeah. Anything, from the big four of the 2006 NFL draft with Manning, Rivers, Fitzgerald, and Roethlisberger,
Mm-hmm.
I would have expected the one person to leave his team would have been Manning or something.
Yeah. But Manning was... Well, actually, if you do think about it, this is the third team Phillip Rivers has been on.
Oh, yeah, because basically, he was technically on the Giants.
Yeah, he was drafted by the Giants and then got traded for Manning.
Yeah.
Which is really weird because they had probably one of the greatest quarterbacks of all time at that time, Breeze, and then just gave up on him.
And he had an injury at that point.
Yeah, he had one injury.
Yeah, but he was expected never to come back, which is really surprising.
Yeah, and then the Saints got lucky, signed him.
Yeah, 6 years, $6 million contract, and he goes out and just balls out for the rest of his career.
Yeah.
But I think they did end up winning whatever that was.
What, the Phillip Rivers trade?
The Rivers, that Rivers trade.
Who, the Chargers?
Yeah, the Chargers. I think no one ended up winning. I think both teams won.
No, the Giants won. They got 2 Super Bowls out of that.
True. I think if Rivers was the quarterback of that team, they still would have probably won at least one Super Bowl.
Yeah, I feel like they could have at least won one Super Bowl because...
I think they would have been... Rivers is a much more aggressive player.
Oh, yeah.
He won basically because of the fact that he's not going to go, and
He's
he's
not
like not the
conservative.
most skilled guy. He's not like the most physically built NFL person. Like if you
Yeah.
see Eli Manning and you don't know who he is, it's just like a tall guy.
Well, Eli Manning, he was clutch. Like,
Yeah, it's like no one expected him to do that. It was incredible.
to tell you the truth, I know this is gonna sound totally stupid, but in the big moments, I'd rather have Eli than Peyton.
Yeah, I mean Peyton's 2 of 4, Eli's 2 of 2.
Because if you do think about it, when Peyton went to his first Super Bowl in 2006 against the Bears defense, they were abysmal. They were like trash.
Yeah.
And then 2009 or 10 against the Saints, they just got picked apart. They started off looking all right, and then they just fell
They were
apart.
up like 17-7 or 3.
Yeah, they looked pretty good in the beginning, and then they just fell apart.
Yeah, and then like Breeze in his biography basically said, "I was ready for Manning to make a comeback and have the ball with like 2 minutes left, but then Manning threw the pick six quarter. Probably the greatest moment in Saints history, but yeah,
Yeah, it is easily.
yeah,
And then what else?
but the Colts have a QB thing on their hands.
They do, because they also have. I feel like he still has a chance to be a decent starting quarterback in the NFL. Brissett.
Yeah, I think there's 2 quarterbacks currently on the market that are looking for a team. The Chargers, I've heard, are really interested in that Oregon quarterback.
Oh, Herbert.
Yeah.
Yeah, I've heard that too. They're interested in Herbert.
And then they'll keep Taylor and have Herbert as.
I feel like they would start Taylor. Cause still, like Taylor is still a good quarterback in the NFL. Like you're not gonna expect like an MVP caliber season, but he's good.
He's a really fast guy.
And like a few years ago with the Bills, when the Bills made the playoffs for the first time in like years,
Yeah.
he like led the league with the least amount of interceptions.
Yeah.
So he's a smart and like
really low interception percentage, which is pretty good. I think he's good at having ball security, which is where the
yeah.
Chargers struggled because Rivers struggled with the interception.
Especially last year.
Yeah.
And it's not like the Chargers don't have a bad roster.
Yeah. I think that they might make a move though for one of those 2 guys.
Mm-hmm.
They could move for Newton, which would give them another great rushing QB. That's kind of a risk. Or they could move for Brissett. Those are really there's like 3 teams in the QB market. I don't really see the Chargers making a move. I think they should keep Taylor. And then the other 2 teams are the Jaguars and the
Patriots. I feel like the Jaguars are gonna stick with Minshew.
Yeah, I think they're gonna stick with Minshew.
And then the Patriots.
They could either move for Newton or they could move for Brissett, who knows the system. So I think that we should all look out for the Patriots to potentially make a move for Brissett.
Yeah, I feel like it would be smart for Belichick to get Brissett.
Yeah.
That would make a lot of sense to me.
He does not seem like the kind of guy who would get a mobile quarterback.
And second of all, the Patriots like to be like very conservative with their money, how they spend their money, because they don't like throwing big deals at the players. And like it's not like Brissett's locked up to a long-term deal. He's making $15 million for another year.
Yeah.
And it's not like
Newton, if he were to go to the Patriots,
I feel like he would take a pay cut.
Newton,
Yeah.
I think he would be an issue in the locker room for them.
Yeah, he does have problems. He has had attitude problems in the past.
Yeah.
He also could be an issue with like him and Belichick won't get along or something.
Yeah.
So I feel like
too much of a personality for the Patriots. I don't think
yeah,
they'll ever sign him.
I feel like Brissett is the smartest way.
Yeah.
And knowing Belichick, it's Belichick, so he can easily turn anybody into a great player.
I mean, the one game, the one game he
Played for the Patriots, they won. And
yeah.
like, I don't remember off the top of my head how good he was and everything, but He must have been
Yeah.
decent enough to win.
Mhm. So yeah, that's the Colts. I think yeah, definitely they should probably look to trade Brissett to the Patriots.
Mhm.
And then you also have the Texans in that division. Again, losing probably one of the best receivers of the last decade
Mhm.
and getting a really underwhelming return for him.
Mhm.
But they still have, I think, someone who should look to compete for an MVP next year. I think someone who's going to be an MVP contender. And Deshaun Watson, he's a really good winning quarterback. I
Yes.
mean, there's a few plays last year where he just he was just so determined to do what he wanted to do. Like I remember in the playoffs, he like avoided like 3 sacks from the Bills and just made an incredible throw down the field. There was a play where they like got hit in the eye and still threw a touchdown or whatever that
Mhm.
was.
I know. Yeah.
So he looks like he can be an MVP type player.
Yeah.
Um, he's my early pick for MVP.
All
We'll
right.
see how they do in the draft. There's a really stacked receiver draft. But oh
Yeah.
yeah, they don't have any first round picks over the next 2 years
Oh yeah.
because the former GM and the current GM, Bill O'Brien, is not smart at all.
Yeah. I don't. Bill O'Brien is very dumb.
Yeah. At least they might have a decent running game.
Yeah, they could. Yeah.
They'll play 2 games and then get like a torn ACL or something.
Yeah. He could still.
He can be good, but he's not going to be as good as DeAndre Hopkins.
No. Yeah. No. Or as valuable.
Yeah. And the Titans.
They're a weird team.
They could be good. They could be like a one-hit wonder type team. Just goes in, eliminates Brady from the Patriots, and potentially ends the dynasty. But I don't think they're going to. But they could also just not make the playoffs next year.
Yeah, they could.
They traded Jarrell Casey. I've heard that they could look to pick up Clowney.
I feel like Clowney wants too much money because he declined a.
They got free from Jarrell Casey's
True.
$11 million contract.
Yeah, that is true.
Walker, who's like, I don't know why they released him. Just like pay him the respect. Like, yeah, it's a business, but still, he's a person.
Yeah.
I also like think that they could have possibly gotten like a fifth for Jarrell Casey.
Yeah, they could have. Yeah.
He's 30. It's not like he's like 35 or anything.
Mhm.
But anyway, they could be good,
Yeah, they could.
but they could also be terrible.
Yeah, they're gonna be a weird team.
Yeah.
Cause they gave up way too much money to Tannehill. Like I'm always.
In the year, people were saying that the Jaguars could be a playoff team because they got Foles to that much money, and look at where that got them. So
Yeah.
and finally the Jaguars.
Oh, the
They're
Jaguars.
gonna be the worst team in the NFL next year.
Yeah, they arguably could.
They have Leonard Fournette on offense, and I mean I like Minshew. He's funny and all. His story's amazing.
Yeah. Yeah, the Jaguars are gonna be a interesting team.
Yeah. For sure. I think they're gonna end up being the worst. There might be early prediction for the first overall pick.
Yeah, they're gonna be a very bad team. I feel like next year.
Yeah.
Because
I don't
they.
think Gardner Minshew should be the QB of the team's future.
No, he's.
Even if he is, fun.
He's fun. He's a fun player and all, but he's all right.
Like franchise QB.
No, he's not gonna be a franchise QB, but he could be a pretty good backup.
Yeah. might get butthurt that I said that.
What other teams are in that division?
I think that's
Colts.
all.
Yeah, we talked about so AFC West.
Yeah.
Stay in the cycle. So that's the Broncos, Chiefs, the Super Bowl champions last year. Oh my God,
The
Chargers
yeah.
and
Raiders.
Raiders. Yes, I don't know how I like.
New Las Vegas Raiders.
Oh, that's gonna be. It's gonna be weird. It's gonna take some time getting used to. Like I still call the Chargers like the Los or San Diego sometime.
Yeah.
So it's gonna take some time getting used to
Yeah.
the Las Vegas Raiders.
I think that they give like Carr is finally starting to look decent for the first time since that year that he led them to the playoffs.
Playoffs, yeah.
And that's like people are not giving Carr enough credit. He loses his best receiver, gets nothing in return. Basically, he's not had a receiver since. Loses the only good player on his defense.
Mm-hmm.
And then they draft Clellan Farrell or whatever. He's solid. I think that they could have gotten much better. But anyway, him. He lost his coach
Uh-huh.
and gets someone who's still lives in 2002.
Gruden.
Yeah, he gets a receiver.
Yeah, he does.
10 minutes.
I don't. Gruden still stuck in the 2002 season.
Yeah. I mean, I love Gruden. He's a great coach.
Was a great coach.
Was a great coach.
Well,
A solid coach.
Yeah, now he's a solid coach.
They were on the way to make the playoffs, and I think that's more Carr's a result of Carr's play than a result of his.
Yeah. They're gonna be a.
I think Carr should get a lot more credit because he's been through a lot. Over the last
Yeah,
few
he has. Yeah.
And people who are saying that he should be traded are ridiculous, I think. And, I mean, I think Gruden has thought about trading Carr, but he should be a starter still wherever he ends up.
Oh, someone just commented in the live chat.
Yeah.
Ryan Baran. Do you know who that is?
No, sorry.
What's up, man? Where do you think Cam Newton will go?
You want to go first?
Sure, I'll go first. I feel like Cam Newton. There's a possibility he can go to DC with his old coach, Ron Rivera. The Chargers. The Chargers. I feel like there's a good possibility he can easily go to the Chargers. Patriots, I'm not really sold on, like what you said before. I don't know how much he'll fit in with Belichick and everyone. So it's gonna be interesting to see where he goes. So I don't know. What do you say?
I think that DC is probably the best landing spot for him.
Mm-hmm.
He's a big personality, and DC is where big personalities go and get huge contracts, somewhat overpaid. I don't think he would be a franchise quarterback on any other team other than the Jaguars, who I think could possibly be like the worst team in the NFL right now.
Yeah, they kind of pretty much lost everyone.
Yeah, they had the star-studded defense a few years ago.
Yeah, now there's nothing there.
Yeah, but I think DC's the best possible option for him.
Mm-hmm.
And that probably means Haskins gets traded, but I think he would excel on another team.
A way better ran franchise.
Yeah. I think that I don't think the Patriots would pay a personality like Cam Newton.
Yeah.
And I don't think there's anywhere else where you'd really be considered the franchise guy other than the San Diego. Oh my God, I did it. Los Angeles. We were just talking about this.
Yep.
But yeah, I don't really see him And I don't really think that they said that they wanted to keep Taylor as their starting QB
Yeah.
and then possibly draft Justin Herbert, the guy from Oregon.
Mhm.
So yeah, that's where I think Cam's gonna go.
I feel like DC is the best chance.
Yeah.
Um. So we were talking about the AFC West. So
Yeah. Raiders.
yeah, they're
They need to just think about getting Carr someone else.
yeah.
They got Jacobs. That was one of the better moves that they've made over the last few years. One of the best
Mhm.
draft picks. Um, they have a solid offensive line,
Mhm.
and they got Darren Waller, I believe.
Mhm. Wait, is Vontaze Burfict still under contract with them?
Yeah, he is.
I'm a Bengals fan, and I can tell you, he ruined our chances to win a playoff game for first time in a long time.
Yeah, 31 years up to this point. I think 32 now, actually.
I hate Vontaze Burfict.
Yeah.
I have every right to say that too.
Yeah.
Yeah, Vontaze Burfict.
Oh my god, yeah.
Yeah, they have a lot of Gruden,
Interesting.
and yeah, Gruden has a lot of interesting players like Richie Incognito.
Yeah.
He's a very interesting type of player.
Mm-hmm.
So we'll have to wait. They had a decent season, but they go 8-8
I think they did, yeah. They were in playoff contention. They were in a playoff spot.
at one point in the season. Yeah, so they
Yeah.
could still again make a wild card spot.
Yeah, I think they do have the talent to do it. I think finally that Carr might get used to Gruden for the first time. And his stats have been going up since his injury.
Mm-hmm.
His time with Gruden. If Gruden finally drafts him a decent receiver.
Yeah, who's he gonna throw the ball to? Like
Yeah, just
Jason Witten?
Like defensive end or something. Someone who can play defense. Anybody who can play defense.
Yeah.
Not just Jason Witten, who's like 90 years old at this point.
He retired and then came back from retirement.
Yeah, from being one of the worst sports announcers.
Yeah, he was not good.
Yeah.
He wasn't too good.
Yeah. And then
We have the Broncos.
Hmm?
The Broncos, I feel like they'll be a pretty interesting team.
last year I said that the Bills were gonna make the playoffs as a wild card seed, and they did. They randomly did it because I said
No,
because I just saw some things going together. I thought that Allen would break out, and this year that the Broncos are my team.
okay. I was about to call. I was about to say that. I feel like they can easily make a wild card spot.
Yeah, for sure. Drew Lock is looking great.
No, yeah, he looks good. He looks like a. The funny thing is, I just realized both of those. You said the Bills last year, and now the Broncos are your team. Like, surprise team this year. Both of their starting quarterbacks went to Wyoming.
Yeah. And I mean, it's gonna be a similar thing. It's gonna be a similar thing from him and Allen.
Mm-hmm.
Because both of them are inconsistent, really. Not the best quarterbacks, but they can lead a team to the playoffs.
Yeah.
And they do have a decent offense now. They just need to improve the offensive line. I think they need to get rid of the guy that they drafted in the first round, Garrett Bowles, a few years ago. Ryan Ramczyk was on the board, and Ryan Ramczyk is looking like a top 5 offensive tackle.
Yeah.
Garrett Bowles has been awful.
Yeah.
But if they improve the offensive line, they have a decent receiving core for the first time. Not the first time in the world. They had DT and Sanders a few years ago.
Mm-hmm.
But they have Cortland Sutton. They have a really good backfield, a really loaded running back core with Philip Lindsay and Melvin Gordon.
I don't know. Because I'm not really sold because Philip Lindsay did have an all right season last year.
I think he had 1,000 yards.
Yeah, he hit 1,000 yards, so I don't really see the point of getting Melvin Gordon. It's more money.
I think you're trying to do like what the running back by committee thing that the Saints did.
All right, yeah, that could like have Ingram and Kamara.
Yeah,
Like what you guys
but
did.
I think the only issue is the fact that both of them are really like they're very similar.
Mm-hmm.
And then they also have Royce Freeman.
Yeah.
He could be a power back, which is good. That would fit the running back by committee.
Yeah, it would. And then they have what's his name? The wide receiver.
Sutton?
Cortland Sutton, yeah.
Yeah.
He can easily be a good player.
Yeah.
So we'll be I feel like they could easily make the playoffs, yeah.
Yeah, for sure.
The Chiefs.
Chiefs, I think that they're definitely going to win the division.
Oh, they're easily going to win the division. Not much to say. Super Bowl champions have probably the best quarterback in the league right now.
But they still have a really good team.
They have probably the best quarterback in the league right now, of Patrick Mahomes.
Probably one of the most skilled, most talented we've ever seen.
He is a very, very talented player.
Yeah. And the team that they built around him fits him so well. They have
great receivers.
One of the best deep threats.
They have Hill, Watkins.
Yeah, another really great player who can go deep and when he's healthy.
I feel like I was reading reports that there was rumors that he could retire after the Super Bowl.
But I don't think he's going to. He would announce it by now so that the Chiefs can get someone to pair with Hill.
I don't feel like he would have pulled Andrew Luck.
Yeah. I don't think he would do it in the first week. I think he would do it pretty immediately after.
Mm-hmm.
And then they also have Kelsey, probably like a top, no question, a top 2 tight ends.
You can just argue who do you think is better, him?
I think that
or
Kittle's a little bit better because he's the number 1 receiver and is basically the only offensive weapon the Niners have, other than their he's their best weapon.
Yeah.
I think that the Chiefs is much different because you got Hill, and then you also got Watkins, and then you also have Williams, and then you have Mahomes. There's so many people. I think Kittle is a little bit better, if I'm being honest. But Kelsey's very good still. He's definitely close.
Yeah, it's definitely. You could just argue who do you think is better.
Yeah.
Yeah, but it's very close for both of them.
The defense is finally looking decent, other than the loss of Kendall Fuller.
The loss of Kendall Fuller will hurt, but they're still easily going to win the division. And probably get a top seed in the AFC.
Yeah, it's a dynasty in the making, I think.
It possibly could.
Yeah. And then you got the Chargers. We were talking about them earlier with Tyrod Taylor.
Mm-hmm.
I think he could lead them to... I think they're going to be a definite wild card contender if they can improve the offensive line, similar to the Broncos.
Their defense got better.
Yeah, they got freaking Chris Harris Jr.
Mm-hmm. And they also got Linval Joseph.
Yeah, and they already have a really good defensive line. I think they probably have like one of the best defensive lines, if not the best defensive line in football.
Yeah.
With Melvin Ingram, Joey Bosa, and now they got Linval Joseph.
Yeah.
I think the Ravens might be a little bit better, but they're still good.
They're still one of the better defenses in the league.
Yeah,
for sure.
They're scary. I think they could. I don't think they're gonna beat the Chiefs for the division, but they could be one of the higher wild card seeds in the AFC.
Yeah, that's a pretty interesting division because they have a powerhouse of the Chiefs, and then you have 3 potential wild card teams of the Raiders, Broncos, and Chargers.
Yeah, one of these teams is definitely gonna make the
playoffs.
I think 2 of these teams could end up making it.
Yeah, you can have 3 teams come from that division.
Yeah, now with the new playoff rules.
Oh, 4 teams.
Yeah.
It used to be you can only unless you could have three, but now yeah, I forgot about the seventh team in the
Everyone in the
playoffs.
division can make it. I
Every
don't think
team,
they will, except
no.
for like teams like the Bills and stuff. But yeah,
Mhm. So let's go to the
North.
north. So that's the
Steelers, Browns, Bengals, Ravens. Oh my
my
god.
division. So
Yeah.
the
I think Baltimore
Bengals.
goes 7-9.
Who the Bengals?
Yeah.
I feel yeah we're gonna have a way better of a season. Andy Dalton.
God.
Yeah, Burrow is our quarterback of the future. I am a
He's a
firm believer.
player, and he now you get AJ Green back as well.
Yeah, we have AJ Green. We have what's his name? Oh, what's his name? Oh,
Mixon.
Joe Mixon. What's another wide receiver?
Oh, 87. I know numbers, not names.
Bengals wide receivers. Tyler Boyd.
Yeah, yeah. Just he's good.
Alden Tate, who had a pretty good season last year. He had I'll check right now what his stats looked like last year.
He had close to 1,000 yards, I believe.
He had no, not even, he had like 600 about.
Uh, was he injured or something?
I feel like he missed a few games, and then we also have Alec Eckerson, who had 500 yards. I'll check right now how many games games Alden Tate played. He played. He only had he had 40 receptions. Then we have John Ross, the speedy receiver, who
It's been a bust.
he's pretty much been a bust. But I don't know. Last year he had 500 yards, so
I mean, if Burrow ends up throwing the ball deep in his direction,
hey,
he can be like a Tyreek Hill type guy.
Yeah.
Probably not as good as a pass catcher, like a Walmart Tyreek Hill, I'd say. Which is not bad. Robert Tyreek Hill is one of the best receivers in the NFL.
it's bad because we drafted him so high.
Yeah, the overall pick to be like outshined by most receivers in that draft class.
Yeah.
Right before or also right before Mahomes, Lattimore, few other guys.
But if you do look at Tyreek Hill's stats, they weren't great right away.
Yeah, I mean, in his rookie year, he was immediately considered one of the fastest guys in the NFL.
Yeah, he got about 500 yards in his first year, and then his second year he got a really good year, and then third year, an amazing year.
And we got Smith too. Smith throwing really efficient passes.
Mhm.
Remember that game that Smith had that I like in the beginning of 2 years ago, or whenever the 3 years ago or something. I considered Smith an MVP candidate for the beginning of the year.
And now he's
I mean, Redskins killed his career.
yeah, the Redskins kill a lot of players.
Yeah.
I just saw this thing on Instagram. February 25th, Matt Rule makes it clear he wants to coach Cam Newton in 2020. And today, hashtag Panthers have released quarterback Cam Newton. That is.
That's already not a good sign for Matt Rule.
I'm not a fan. I wasn't a fan of that signing right when I heard it.
I was a fan of it as
I
NFC South division rival. He's someone that's not. He could be able to be a winning head coach.
I feel like he needed a few more years in college, like 2 years at least more at Baylor,
Or maybe as a coordinator or something.
or maybe yeah, Cole was an offensive coordinator first, but
Yeah.
Ray, to Baylor, I don't know.
Yeah. Anyway,
The Bengals, I feel like they're gonna be an alright team.
gonna hold them back though.
Who what?
Lack of defense, I should say.
Yeah, their lack of defense. Our own line has improved. We have Billy Price, who has improved over his two first seasons. He's been getting better, and then what's his name? Jonah Williams, our first round pick of last year, who was out all year. He looked all right. He was the 11th overall pick. He's good. O linemen are important for a team to do good. If you look at some of the more successful teams in the last few years, the Saints, great O line.
Yeah. Chiefs.
Chiefs had a first overall pick who was an O lineman.
Yeah.
So if you want to be a good team, you got to have a good O line.
Yeah, yeah.
the Steelers.
They're gonna get Ben back, and I think that they should sign James Winston. I know you said that they should as well.
Yeah, I said the other day that just said Jameis would be I feel like a good signing, and then maybe trade.
Rudolph looked terrible.
And then trade Mason Rudolph because some team would be looking for all right backup.
Yeah.
And then also have Duck Hodges.
Just keep him, I guess, just for the publicity.
Yeah, the memes and publicity and stuff.
Yeah. That would be a decent team, I think, if they can keep Ben healthy.
And then maybe Juju comes back and has a good season again.
If Juju comes back and he has a good quarterback.
Yeah.
Maybe draft another receiver
Mm-hmm.
to put alongside him. I mean, they got Eric Ebron, too.
Oh, yeah, they did sign
Don't
him.
forget, he had like an insane year.
Mm-hmm.
It was not bad last year either. I think he was like struggling with injuries or something.
Yeah, I think he was.
So yeah, Steelers, and their defense is stacked. So
Yeah, they have a good defense. They have 2 out of 3 the Watt brothers.
Yeah, they got 2 of the 3. They just need to get JJ. Bill O'Brien would probably give him up for a third.
Yeah, no, I'm Bill O'Brien.
Yeah, knowing his style of trading, logic.
Yeah, Bill O'Brien.
Yeah.
That guy lost his mind. I thought he had potential like a few years ago, and I'm like, now he just lost
Right,
his
for the
mind.
Patriots, everyone who comes from the Patriots sucks.
Yeah, what's his name? They're all offensive coordinator of the Patriots. What's his name?
Daniels.
Oh, Josh McDaniels. Yeah.
Yeah.
When he was a head coach of the Broncos. Ugh.
Gary Kubiak. Oh no, him. Yeah.
Yeah.
I think Gary Kubiak. Yeah, I don't think he came from the Patriots, but yeah. So there you go. You got the Steelers,
The Browns.
Browns. They could go like
They have the talent, but it's the Browns.
Baker becomes what he was in his rookie year, and has not let this publicity go to his head. They could be like a 10-16.
Good thing they got rid of Freddie Kitchens.
Yeah. And they signed who? They signed the Vikings offensive coordinator, who's decent.
Do you really want to base your offense over the Vikings offense?
I don't really think that's like what you want to base your team around, the Vikings offensive scheme, but whatever.
Yeah, I don't know what they're doing.
They could be good.
They also got what's his name?
Hooper?
Austin Hooper, yeah.
Yeah, like the best, despite there being like so many good tight ends, Ertz, Kittle, Kelsey. I think he was like the top ranked PPR fantasy football league tight ends.
Really?
Yeah.
Dinner's ready.
What? Alright, I'll be there in a few minutes.
Dinner's ready.
I'll be there.
So you got him. They could be a solid team.
Yeah. And then we have the Ravens. The Ravens, they're
Don't
gonna.
even need to speak about the Ravens.
No, we don't. They're gonna be good again because they have Lamar
Yeah,
Jackson,
one of the top defensive lines in the league.
Mhm. one of the best quarterbacks in the league.
They basically, whenever a team is ready to give away an elite player for nothing because they're entering a rebuild or they want to sign anyone, the Ravens pick them up.
Yep.
Marcus Peters, Calais Campbell now, Lamar Jackson. I think they're going to be one of the best teams. The only issue is they don't have a great O-line anymore. Marciano left.
Yeah, they don't have the greatest O line, but they'll probably win that division again.
Yeah. Is that all we have, everyone?
The AFC East.
Yeah.
The
But,
Jets, they're gonna go.
Do we talk about the?
No, we
Sorry,
didn't.
Never mind.
The Jets, they're gonna go 7-10, or 7-9, probably. They're not Darnold, mediocre.
The most impressive 7-9 season of all time.
Yeah, the most going under the radar 7-9 season.
Yeah, when you said, "Oh, they're 7-9," I'm like, "What?
Yeah, I remember I said that, and you're like, what?
How did they go 7-9?"
Yeah, it's crazy. And then we have the Patriots.
People keep downing the Patriots.
No, I'm not downing them at all. They're actually still the favorite to win that division.
I think the Bills are probably going to end up winning it.
Winning it, but they could. It's the Patriots. Like
So,
you can't doubt them.
will contend for it. The Bills will win it. But the Patriots still have one of the best defenses in the league. They lose Jamie Collins, but yeah, whatever.
They have the greatest coach of all time.
Yeah, in any sport.
Yeah.
Um,
So the Dolphins are an exciting team.
yeah, Byron Jones signed him. They're gonna progress with Tua. I guess they're still keeping Fitzpatrick.
Yeah. And then Rosen.
Yeah, I don't know what they like ruined. Rose never got a chance. He was ruined from the start.
Yeah, he was ruined from the start. And then the Bills, they'll probably win that division. They have a very exciting team. They got Stephon Diggs. They got
Yeah.
a lot of good players. Allen probably going to improve again, or even more.
I think he can improve to potentially be like a top 16 quarterback in the NFL.
Yeah, he could be mediocre.
Maybe top 10 even this year.
Yeah, so I believe...
He might win an MVP in his career if he continues to improve. I'm not going to judge him based off of 2 years, but the sample size is pretty good.
I know you're a firm believer in Allen.
Yeah, I mean, again, I said they would make the playoffs last year. That's one of my hot takes.
Yeah. So, I believe we went over every team.
Yeah.
So, everybody stay safe and try to enjoy your time the best with probably everybody being quarantined and under lockdown or something because of the coronavirus. So, there's really no entertainment to watch for the sports fanatics because no sports are on TV. I guess the good thing NFL free agency.
The hot dog is gonna be cold.
Yeah, that was fun. We just got to see the draft now.
Yeah, that's all we have. So I guess that's about it for the stream. So thank you for joining, Alex. All your link of your social media is in the link below. I'll also put your fan page. I believe I have your fan page. I don't know which one I have.
It's alright.
I'll check later. I'll check. Yeah, I have your fan page and your personal.
Alright, thank you.
Yeah, you're welcome.
Right.
So, thank you for watching. Thank you for joining, Alex. So that is, I believe, all we have to say for this video. It was pretty long. It was about an hour and a half.
Yeah.
So, thank you guys for all watching. Stay safe and peace.